Welcome back, everybody, for another week of the podcast. Name this pod later, episode 68. That's right, we're one away from the episode, and I'm here with some fantabulous people. I'm here with Cam the Man. Album coming soon. How you feeling, Cam?
I got locked in with a couple of people at OVO Sound. I got a couple of people from Young Stoner Records too. We just locked in. I've been in the studio every day.
Young Stoner Records.
YSL Cam. He is telling on himself here. Rap snitches, telling all their business. Sitting in courts to be their own star witness.
Oh
And
my
I'm here
god.
with the man of the hour, Antonio. I don't remember his intro for himself, but I'll let him do it at the outro. How are you feeling, Antonio, tonight?
I'm feeling wonderful. I'm feeling great. We're one episode away from 69. So
The porn episode.
no, that
The adult video episode.
That episode is gonna be disgusting. I wasn't planning on it. But now that I'm thinking about it, that episode is going to be disgusting.
Cam has a
we got
PowerPoint presentation.
I don't even know where I would want to begin on the 69th episode.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter. Like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. If you're on Spotify, like that, join up. We here every Monday. Or wait, no, we're actually on Tuesday right now. So man, my fault.
The Cappery.
So let's get right into the show. I wanted to start this show a little different. I had this video. It was only 4 minutes, and we're gonna be here for a minute. We're gonna be recording for a minute. And if you really want to skip it and skip this funny shit, you can, but I think you should stay. So okay. I have it up on the screen for those who are watching the video version, and you will just hear it if you're watching the audio version. Let me know when Ryan and Cam, when y'all have it up.
I'm up. I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
This is what I used to watch.
Are we still playing through?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It reminded me how wild wrestling used to be, and the only reason I looked it up because I was just looking at all the time. It was always something racist thing going on in wrestling. I don't know if y'all remember Eddie Guerrero. I lie, I cheat, I steal. That whole shit going on. Rey Mysterio theme song called "Crossing Borders" and shit. How about Shad and JTG Crime Time?
Oh my gosh.
Y'all remember that?
I didn't watch Crime Time.
They used to, I think they robbed the president on WWE. Like, that shit was crazy. They was stealing shit. I think one of the first promos, they was teaching people how to rob and steal. Like, it was just ignorant shit.
I might have to.
They was wrestling it. They was wrestling in Timberlands and shit.
What the fuck?
That shit was crazy.
Make wrestling great again? Question mark.
Make wrestling great again. Yeah, but what did y'all think? What did y'all first comments on that video we just watched?
Her things were banging.
Okay.
Her things are thinging.
Yeah.
I just think if you're gonna go for it, you might as well go all out.
No, yeah, you can't even be subtle with it.
Yeah.
You just gotta be in your face about it.
I'm honestly interested in the 6-man tag team match that he had to go to.
Like, I think he won.
More interested than the woman, if I'm being honest. A 6-man tag match? Oh, that's crazy.
I just want to know who thinks of this and is like, this'll work.
I mean,
just who in the writer's room makes these conflicts?
Well, the writer and Vince McMahon.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I mean, it's genius. Like this.
Genius marketing. They also had I don't even know which channel it is, the little NFL intro.
Yeah.
That shit is hard.
You have to say, black man, you all know they love Canadian white women. This is not the NFL. And then he had the fucking NFL intro music playing. That shit was bizarre.
That shit wild.
But that was I don't remember what was going on. It was before the PG era, obviously. But they started off Raw with that being raunchy how they used to be. But
It's kind of tough.
I mean that wouldn't really go down well the year 2022.
I feel like, yeah, a lot of them older stuff. Like The Office, I feel like wouldn't be as accepted as heavily today. At least the earlier seasons, with what Michael says.
Dave Chappelle. Well, I mean, what Dave Chappelle
Yeah.
say? I mean, Dave Chappelle would stand the test of time.
I mean, Dave Chappelle, a lot of shit he said was just. I think the problem with Dave Chappelle is a lot of shit he said was a lot of his skits was it was
Just
good, but for the most part, it was like white people laughing at us, also instead of laughing with
yeah,
us. Like
Mhm.
fucking, he had the fucking crackhead, uh,
Tyrone Biggums.
Tyrone Biggums, the fucking the black KKK member,
Mm.
the Nigers. I think that's what it was called. Something crazy.
But I think that was the. That's why I was like, maybe that's why I was standing the test of time because it's just so outlandishly over exaggerated that you can't. I don't even think you can even take it anyway.
Yeah, I
It's
was.
a,
I've been in my little wrestling phase recently, so I've just been looking at a lot of that. Um, I've been. I think I'm about to convert into an X-Men phase. I don't really know yet.
An X-Men phase?
Yeah, I don't know if y'all know, people listening. I uh I was always more of an X-Men fan more than an Avengers fan, but the MCU has the Avengers, so kind of migrated.
mm.
But I went back to the X-Men movies. I'm on the third one. I just finished the third one today, and I think it was pretty good for 2006. I think
I like the guy who plays Professor X. I like his voice.
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, his voice is cool, man.
Yeah, yeah. And I think Cameron was there with me. I watched Logan a while ago when it
Oh, I
came
heard
out.
that's like one of the best, at
Yeah,
least in,
it's amazing.
I watched
Yeah,
Logan and then I realized that was connected with the I think that's connected with the X-Men series or loosely based on it. So I thought it was like a standalone movie and shit for some reason.
it's not a standalone.
It's like in the same world but not really in the same world with all the other X-Men movies. So
it parallels it.
yeah, something like that. Did,
What the fuck?
did we talk about the Winnie the Pooh? I don't think we did. The Winnie
The
the Pooh.
horror
Did
movie?
We did.
No, I don't remember. I talked to my dad about it. That's all I remember.
but you
So
didn't talk to your bros about it.
yeah, that
I
shit's
wasn't here last podcast.
that shit's crazy how you didn't talk to your broskies about it.
I thought.
Your slatty slimes.
So
Don't
there's
say that.
so Winnie the Pooh became Winnie the Pooh is old as hell, and
Yeah,
it became
yeah.
public domain recently. So there's a horror movie coming out, and he looks scary. I can't lie to you. How we feeling about it? About a Winnie the
But
Pooh
it
horror
looks
movie?
creepy, but I felt like they could do more with it.
You feel like he could look creepier?
What more? What more?
Yeah, I think he could look scarier.
What it, I'm still kind of lost on what this movie's even about.
Winnie the Pooh and Piglet.
What? Yeah. Except for Tigger. Tigger's owned by Disney.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to keep.
Well, I don't know. He must have not been in the original like I guess kids stories.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
nigga,
so Disney can still make Winnie the Pooh shit, but it's not now. It's just not only Disney who can make shit. It's everybody.
We could.
Yeah, we could make Winnie the Pooh shit now. So are y'all gonna watch the
also,
horror movie?
uh,
I
uh,
will I might tap in.
uh,
If
Uh,
it's like in theaters. Sure.
I mean, I'm just not a guy that likes to get scared.
No?
No,
You a little baby
I'm not.
Cameron?
I'm
A
not.
little
It's not that I'm
scared?
a. It's not that I'm a baby. It's just like
No.
I'm a grown man. I just don't seek that. You know. I don't know how
I
to
uh
define it.
I
You
gotta
don't like
watch
the
it.
adrenaline rush?
I gotta
See,
watch
that's
it
the shit I'm
because it's
talking about.
insane.
That's weird.
I gotta watch like whose sick mind decided to make Winnie the Pooh a fucking horror film.
I
I
mean,
want to
niggas
know
live
whose
or die.
sick mind invested in that movie. Who funded it?
I'm saying.
They might get me in there.
Yeah, but I definitely
An
do want to watch
investor?
it. And I don't really watch horror movies. Not really because I wouldn't say because I'm just not a fan of it or I just don't find any interest in it. But my girl, she don't like horror movies, so it's I don't really want to watch a horror movie by myself. That just seemed like a loser move. So no disrespect to people who watch movies by themselves, but no, I'm just gotta get myself scared by myself. That just doesn't
That don't sit well.
that just don't sound enticing.
The
Like what
loneliness already scares him enough.
shit. Like watching a horror movie with somebody, at least you get to laugh at them because they also jump in. But just watching it by yourself, it just not even like I'm just too scared to watch it. It's just that shit just sound boring. Mm-mm. So any no further thoughts on the Winnie the Pooh horror movie?
I think horror movies are just an overrated genre that needs to die.
Let's dive on.
Oh
Let's go
wow,
on that
that's
hill. Let's go there. Let's
crazy.
go there. Let's go there. I like that. Why do you feel that
That's
way?
crazy.
I think I think people are too excited by the thrills to really understand if a movie's good or bad. I think it blinds them, and that's
I
not
think
what I
most
care
horror
about.
movies don't live up to like the level of movies that I enjoy. But I think there are some really well thought out ones that contribute to the genre. And
No,
some like old ones are definitely classics.
I think I
Oh, older
like
one, sure.
I like any not even just horror movie, anything with a horror element to it. I love, but it's not just they're making a loud ass sound and oh shit, that's
No,
I
when jump scares aren't earned, like
Yeah, I was about to
they're
say that
just
there's
out of
good jump
nowhere.
scares.
I
I
feel like you got to lead up to it a lot
I
with those
love
like long shots.
I love when it's like it just makes you nervous. It's like what the fuck's about to happen? Like
Yeah,
or even when it's you're just looking at something and something you're looking at is physically making you feel uncomfortable. I feel like that's a better feeling than just a little
no,
ooh.
like if you like notice something in a dark corner,
Hmm.
that's better than me like getting jump scared. Like if you don't notice it at first and then you see something in the background, that should be creepy.
I will say the only movie that I feel like did that to an extent was like Uncut Gems, and I know this is a real weird way to say it, but it's like that movie just made you feel anxiety the whole time because it's
Yeah,
always some shit going on. It's like it's never just calm. It's always
honestly, a top 10 movie all time.
yeah. You said that Adam Sandler's best movie.
It might be.
and
I like bedtime stories a lot growing up.
is there any more reason why you think horror movies are overrated? Or you just
Okay, I'm just a hater.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm just a horror movie hater in general.
you ain't like X?
Man, I already said my piece on X. I ain't like
I
X.
like X.
You did watch it?
I watched X.
Ryan did like point out like a good perspective about how it's supposed to have deeper, and I watched it again, and I was just like, I still don't fuck with this
No,
movie just
I
because
I
understand.
can understand why people don't.
No, it's
It's
definitely a
like
deeper
824
element.
type of thing.
It's definitely I definitely even though I was hot shit watching it, I definitely felt a deeper element
complex.
there. Like when she was like, you just think you can have it and it's never going to leave you and shit like that. But I do want to hear your take, Ryan, when you say it's a deeper thing with X, if you don't mind.
I think it comments on a lot of like the sexual frustration element to it, and then I think it's about aging overall.
Mm.
That's the overall theme I understood.
And then just my problem with that theme is I just can't get jiggy with the fact that somebody started killing people over sexual frustration because I'm sexually frustrated and I don't kill people. I'm just saying.
I think the sexually frustrated was just the most out there part about it, but it wasn't like it was a focus of it, no doubt. But I think
Well,
Yeah, I
I mean,
feel like her seeing them filming it drove her to kill.
and then plus like she's like really old, so she
Yeah,
didn't get to live the life that she had, I guess, that she wanted, I guess,
yeah.
which I guess helps contribute to that. I still don't fuck with
It draws back to a lot of like it follows the characters like in a Texas Chainsaw, like shot for shot. They'll do it. I thought that was interesting. I liked that element to it, the way it calls back to the older generation.
How did you feel
Also, don't get
about?
me wrong, too. The kills, they're nice.
No,
Not,
yeah.
like not on some weird shit, but like,
They're
but like
clean. Yeah.
it's very gory. It's very like what the fuck? That's actually kind of insane that you even made that
I've been
look
watching
real.
so many MCU movies that I forget that they actually have blood and gore in movies. I thought
Right.
it was like, damn, that's just hella blood on the floor right now. Like I'm used to it in games, but in a movie, though, it's just like, damn, that's like hella blood right there.
And I think like going into that movie, knowing it's done by A24, I think helps a lot with like stomaching what you're watching. Like they're just kind of out there with their plots and the way they present things.
That's why I was kind of excited for the movie because it's God. I love A24.
I'd recommend Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh yeah,
That movie,
I have not watched
that
that.
the real Multiverse
it's
of Madness.
crazy, but
The real
it's
Multiverse of Madness.
yeah.
I went into X not knowing anything. Like I just saw that it was a person I knew in it and was like, I didn't know it was about sex. I didn't know any of that. I ain't watched any of the trailers. I just seen the girl from You and was like, all right, this is about to be what I'm about to watch.
Kid Cudi too, man.
Oh, yeah, how you felt about seeing Kid Cudi penis?
I'd like to think it was a prop.
That's some hate. That's some hating ass shit.
Can I ask you
That
why
is
you like to think it's a problem? That is such a thing to say. I like to think it's a prop.
that's some
Oh
hating
no,
stuff.
it looked painful, like how large that one was. It looked like a fire hose.
That's how you know it's real.
How's he run?
Have you ever seen Kid Cudi run? That's
I'm
what I'm
sure I
saying, bro.
can.
There's no clip of Kid Cudi running, and I think we know why now.
I don't believe you. Go run.
There's not a single clip of Kid Cudi running anywhere.
You believe it's his? From what
I
you
mean,
assessed, from what you looked at and observed.
All
from what
right. So I was on Twitter, right? I was on Twitter, and I seen that I'm scrolling on Twitter, and I seen that Swedish people don't feed their guests. So like, if Ryan invited us to his house and we slept over for whatever reason, and then he go to so don't make that face, Cameron. Like,
because I'm just trying to figure out where you're going with this.
so just listen. So we sleep
Yeah.
over, right? And
Okay.
and we wake up, and we like, damn, we hungry as shit. Like we like whatever, and we go see that Ryan is eating with all his family members, and Ryan say, I'm eating, so I'll wake y'all. Like I'll come back to y'all once I'm done eating, and then we gotta like go fend for ourselves and shit. Just go eat outside the house. Like that shit is crazy.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's low-key how you be doing us.
I don't know. Tonio offered me a Rice Krispies treat last time I was at his house.
Y'all like Noki, that's how I be doing. Yo, I ain't have no food in the house, and I
He
didn't eat
gave me
either.
a Rice Krispies treat, and I ate like 3 of them.
And I didn't eat either.
You were fasting though.
Nah, you was looking out for us with the Rice Krispie treat. Although,
I knew we ain't had no snacks because we only had Rice
Oh,
Krispies
I mean, we
treats.
were making food plans.
Yeah, we was.
we were?
To be honest,
We were
yeah.
supposed to order food,
You
and
were
then it
talking
got
about
too
pizza,
late.
and I was like, I gotta go, and I got food.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was hoping.
Yeah, so I guess
Fridays.
Swedish people just rude as shit.
Nah, I kind of get it. Fuck
Oh,
them
or
niggas.
you that fruit? Oh, I thought it was like a money thing.
No,
Food
just
is a
like,
valuable resource. It's not a money thing.
just imagine like you going over a friend house and they just eating with their family, and they look at you and be like, "Oh, you should respect family time."
I want to do that now. I'm gonna invite y'all over and just purposely not offer y'all food.
It ain't gonna be no difference. I'm gonna just Uber Eats to your house. I don't care.
That's
Or
fine
eat
with
something
me.
better.
Yeah, I'm eating something better.
Or
But
the Uber eats
hey,
the same exact food that they are
Oh, I
eating.
would have bought y'all food. I wouldn't have made shit for it. Maybe. Maybe I'll cook for y'all.
yeah, when you decide to do Master Chef again.
When is that
Master
becoming
Chef?
a thing? When we doing
Huh?
that again?
I don't know, but we should.
It's been a while. It's like been 2 years, God. And I watched
We
you
used to
guys
do it like
twice.
annually.
Oh,
Y'all,
yeah.
y'all can do it over at my house and I record it, make it this big thing.
That'd actually be fun.
I'd be down for that. I was thinking about recording it too.
But yeah. I've
I mean, I
watched the
like your
previous
kitchen a
2
lot more than
times.
mine anyway.
What you think, Cameron?
This nigga has like the Drake mansion.
Yeah.
It's it,
I said I like
it,
your kitchen a lot more than mine anyway.
No, I heard
like
you. What did you say, Cameron?
what did I say before that?
I thought you said something about a Drake
Oh
mansion.
no,
He
well
said you
first
got the Drake
first
man.
I said I cleared the last 2 Master Chefs. I won both of them.
Damn.
And then
Oh,
yeah. Did I
you
not?
didn't win the second.
I didn't
I
own the
know I
second.
won the second.
I don't think I man, I might have actually lost twice. You may have won twice. Cause I had the stuffed pepper the first time, but the stuffed pepper, there's so much going on. I don't think I won the stuffed pepper with the stuffed
Why didn't you
pepper.
make the second time? You made us buffalo
I
sub.
mean, well, yeah, and that shit was a bang. I
That
don't
was
care.
good. I just went up to
But
you
you
and
made
made something really
carbonara.
fancy.
Yeah, you made carbonara. Yeah, yeah.
And y'all
I don't
can
know.
make the food. I'll be the taste tester. Record it.
How you gonna feel when we all make you hot dogs and you gotta eat a hot dog on camera?
Yo,
That's just an instant
I will
L.
Oh
purposely
crap!
That's
Oh
that's that's that's
crap!
an instant
throw
L.
shit.
We are not. We're only making Franks.
We make 2 dishes. We make a Frank dish and we make our actual dish. And you have to eat both.
Yo, I'm gonna do a triple layer hot dog for Tonio.
But yeah,
3 hot dogs in one bun.
I'm sailing way off track. The other thing I was going to say is Tonio has like the Drake mansion and it takes like 2 days to get around your house.
It's
And I
fast.
didn't want to say anything about
He
it
got a
because like
private gym downstairs.
yeah, like I didn't even want to say I didn't want to sound like a pussy, but like I'd be afraid of getting lost in this nigga house. Like that shit is kind of crazy. Just
He
walking
got a
around this nigga
recording
house.
studio. He in it right now.
You gotta he has this thing at the front door. He has
He got a
chalk.
game room.
No, he does have a game room, but he also has chalk that you can get at the front door so you can draw a trail for where you go. So that way if you get lost, you can find your way back. So that's why I'm not
Yo,
that
he
scared.
made us put on these little slip-on covers for our shoes so we don't scuff up the marble.
Yeah. Shit is crazy, man. Shit is crazy.
Am I in my recording studio right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a pull-out bed in it. It just pushes into the wall.
I'm about to say that's not your pull-out bed.
Yo, y'all should see his bathroom. It's huge.
Oh, don't get me started on the bathroom, nigga.
Bro, 3 mirrors?
And a hot tub?
He just loves staring
You
at
even clean
himself.
yourself in the hot tub? You just sit in the hot tub just because. That is just a crazy thing to have in a bathroom.
So, Travis
Yeah, we can
Kelce.
realize. Okay.
It is alleged that Travis Kelce broke up with his girlfriend.
This is why he's the best tight end in the NFL.
Oh my god. It's
Wow.
alleged.
He's not letting her touch his money. And he did the right thing. He protected his money. You know how much Michael Jordan had to settle? I heard it was 150 million. Look at Blake Griffin.
Well, Blake Griffin can't keep his penis in his pants.
Nigga just like me.
Nigga got like a hell of child support.
That's probably more than his contract worth.
Jeez. That would suck.
Oh, it's only his fault.
No kid
Yeah,
is that
Travis
valuable though,
Kelce-
respectfully.
I got respect for Travis, although his girl was bad. I say that.
So you're saying that you wouldn't give your girlfriend any money if you was rich?
Is my girl self-made, or is she quoting off my
Is
success?
is she like saying we made it, or
Well, I mean,
She
I
still
feel
go
like
to
the
when
real
work.
I get
question was,
drafted?
She still go to work. It's like she still can pay for her own thing, but she was just like to
As
be
long as she got 9 to 5, sure.
as
a
long as
9 to 5? When are you guys gonna be able to be comrades? I don't know.
she don't gotta work 40 hours a week, but I'm assuming
You can
that's
work
what
a
he
little
mean.
part-time job up at Amazon.
Jesus Christ,
You with
but
your girl picking up boxes?
that's crazy. But
She can,
We
I
call
just
them
don't
niggas
want
box
someone that
jockeys.
think they can freeload off of me for the rest of their lives.
Whoa.
why is it
But I don't think
freeloading?
yeah, I wanna say I don't know why you have to look at it like that.
So if you had a girl, you had a girlfriend that knew you since you was broke, right?
If she like dead broke, I'll give her some money out of like
If you had a
Oh,
girlfriend,
here's some chump change.
if you had a girlfriend that you had since you was broke, and then you become famous, you become filthy rich or whatever, right? Are you not? I apparently, Travis Kelce wasn't giving his girlfriend any type of money, which could be false, but that would be you, is what you're saying. You would do the same thing.
we can just go Dutch on every day. We can go 50-50.
I mean, if my girl was with me when I
Do
was
you go
broke,
50? Wait, pause. I'm sorry, Cameron. Do you go
okay,
50-50
okay.
on everything right now? If you had a girl,
Me?
yeah.
He goes
Last time I paid for
75.
her movie ticket, but it's been a while since I took a girl out.
So you pay for her movie ticket, cool. But once you're rich, it's just like, oh no, you got to pay for your own movie ticket now. Like, do you not see how crazy that is?
I
Once you
mean,
get
Shout
money,
out Travis Kelce.
once you get money, you can't. She can't. She got to pay for everything
There
now.
we go. Once I get money, I'm switching up immediately.
yeah, it's all about longevity. Like the best way to preserve that money is by not letting your girl spend it, right?
But you're spending the same amount of money you would if you was broke.
That's not true.
I used the example of a movie ticket, and this nigga just said, "Yeah, she got to pay that
Well,
shit now."
Ryan's an off course anyway. He said he's told me before that when he goes on dates, he splits it 75-25, and woman does 75.
Yo, he's making that up.
That's made up. That's made up.
I've never done that.
Okay, buddy. Okay.
So
Allegedly, that's what I heard.
that didn't
Um,
happen.
No, I'm just pushing the city boys agenda.
in my opinion,
Mm.
I mean, if you were with
Petty.
me, if you were with me since I was broke, you knew exactly what I was gonna do when I get rich. So
Switch up.
I mean, so if you know how exactly I'm gonna be when I get rich, and I get rich, and you're mad at whatever decision I make, it's not even a matter if it's right or wrong. It's a matter of I pre-screened it. I'm like, baby, if I'm rich, I'm gonna talk to like 50 other women, and you stay with me. Honestly, that's low key some hating shit because you think
That's
I'm not gonna
Tristan
get rich,
Thompson and Khloe Kardashian, though.
huh?
That's like Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian. He be cheating on her, and she stay with him.
Golly.
So further question.
Mm.
He's thinking of it.
So I'm still a little perplexed. So if
Okay.
you have a girl,
I'm saying if somebody's been with you since your broke times, I'd also like to say I think it's safe to assume from broke to rich it's a very long road full of ups and downs, crying and all of that, venting, talking about literally everything. And I'm saying you don't know your significant other enough to not know what they're going to do when they're rich.
oh, let's say the world will reverse and your girl got
Eh,
rich. How would you feel?
It's already like that. I'm more poor than most of the girls I talk to.
That was a weird thing to admit to on the record, but
No, put it on the book.
if
Book it.
your girl got rich, but you were still working your job that you got now, right? No disrespect to your job you got now, but she's filthy stinking rich, right?
Okay.
How would you feel if she still make you pay for everything?
I mean, I gotta respect that she rich. There's certain tax brackets we can't talk down to. It's like we can say whatever we want, but it don't matter. They get more money than us.
That's your girl, bro.
I would print that out.
I can tell her if I tell her, babe, pay for this, and she tell me no, what the fuck I'm gonna do? She got more money than me, Tonio. She has more capital. She has more resources. She can do whatever she wants.
So if your girlfriend rich, she can cheat on you, and you stay.
Do you feel like you're owed money if
I don't
you're
think
dating someone?
personally, I would not stay if she was rich and she cheated on me and she didn't pay for my stuff.
She
rich,
she cheated on you, but y'all live in a nice house in a nice area, but you guys still pay things.
A nice house is not enough to be okay with that.
I mean, listen. Nice house, nice area, necessities, food, all that shit. You usually gotta pay for, like, if you wanted something to eat that day, you had to pay for it. Or if you wanted Xbox Live, you gotta pay for it.
I don't think I'd be happy with that personally.
You're asking him to be a cuck,
right? Yeah, that's basically what you're asking.
So what would it take for your girl to cheat on you and you stay, and she's rich?
She has to pay for my stuff, everything. She has to pay for my
capital.
capital.
I want her to retire my whole family, extended too.
If she's rich and she covers it, I'll live with it. Like I'm sure I could sneak my own side piece or whatever. Yeah. Like I would be fine.
Tonio being fake upset with us.
I'm about to say you're gonna be fake upset. This is real spill, man.
It just.
You asked the two most like volatile members. I feel like
that's true.
You asked like the no filter members of this podcast, and
no,
you knew
we'd say
something wild.
Forward thinkers of this podcast.
You knew we'd give a good reaction.
Not even a reaction.
You gosh.
So how do you feel about Travis Kelce doing this to his girlfriend allegedly?
I don't know.
I mean,
how does this affect Lamar's contract situation?
That's a weird thing to pay attention to in this situation. But I feel like because she wanted a divorce, right?
Yeah, possibly. Allegedly.
They weren't married.
They weren't married?
They've been dating for like 2 years at least.
Well, then it really is what it is. I don't even want to talk about how I feel about relationships that aren't marriage when it comes to people that are successful and not successful, because I feel like I'm gonna get attacked for that too. But just in my opinion, I just feel like certain people, they have that power, and if they have the means to do it, you can either go for it or not go for it. And it sounds like she don't want to go for it, and that's cool. But it's more of like when people become successful, it's like you can't. I don't want to say you can't hold people accountable, but like you can't expect everybody to be the ideal person when they can do whatever they want.
I think you usually have a real nihilistic way of thinking.
I don't even think that's nihilistic.
Big word.
Like I think that's more positive. I think that's more positive of anything, because imagine if you were already a terrible person from the very beginning, but because you're successful, people expect you to uphold this certain standard of living that you don't do.
I think, but in saying that, are you also saying that if you are I don't know, it sounded like, I might have misheard you, but it sounded like if you're a good person, you can't expect them to be also a good person when they got money and the means to do whatever they want.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That is crazy.
But that's real. I mean, if I had, not even from like a financial perspective, like let's say I had the power to just do whatever the fuck I want, I had superpowers or some shit, It's up to me. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what any of us think. It's up to me to decide, oh, I'm going to be a good person. Oh, I'm going to be a bad person. Because at the end of the day, if I decide to do bad shit, who's going to stop me?
I think you was already a bad person before the superpowers. If after you got superpowers, you decided to be a bad person. I don't
I
think.
don't know. I don't know.
I don't think
I don't think it's black and white like
listen.
that.
Well,
It's bigger than black and white.
Yeah, I said I don't think it can be
no,
black and white like that because based on your experiences and how you come up, you can change from a good person to a bad person or a bad person to good.
I think
It's a problem with the whole way of life.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I can't. Well, superpowers, it's not
Yeah, superpowers
real.
is
But
just
like money,
yeah.
I feel like you just become more of what you already like. People who are like always been a clown their whole life, knowing they get money and they just start doing expensive clown shit. You always been like a dresser your whole life. You just love being so stylish. Now you get money. Now you just feel the need to be fucking Rick Owens up head to toe. You was a dickhead before money. I just think that just enhances what you already are. I don't think. I think there are examples of where people change who you were.
For the better or the worse.
Yeah, while you're going up. But I do think that the means enhances what you already were. Like if you get money today, Cameron, and you just became an asshole.
God forbid.
If you became rich today and you just became a terrible person tomorrow, I just assume you was always a kind of a terrible person. You just kind of.
Wow.
Yeah, Cameron. I expect
That's
a Rolex as soon as you make it.
As soon if you became rich and
all my
then
hoes rock Audemars. You getting Audemars, nigga.
oh shit.
Oh, my fault.
If you became rich and then became a horrible person tomorrow, I just assumed that it was something already there before you had money. You just now got the money to do it.
I just
that's what
assume it
but
dates
that's what I'm
back
saying.
to.
If it's like a small fragment and then it's enhanced, is that really who you were from the beginning? Because I just feel like the human personality is just too complex to be innately just straight good or straight bad, and for that to be enhanced.
We're getting deep now.
Wait, ask your question again.
What?
Ask
I
your
couldn't
question
hear you.
again.
I'm honestly lost in thought too.
Oh.
Okay, no, what I was saying is fuck.
Are humans innately good or innately evil?
No, but
That is not what I said. But I feel like it's hard to put those traits and be like, oh, it's been there all along, because I feel like the human personality is just too complex to have only good or only bad.
hmm and to that I say I think certain things are subjective. So I agree with what you're saying. But I think most people who know me think I'm already can be a real dickhead, right?
Yeah, you're a terrible person.
And
You're going to hell.
I think
He stole my girl.
wow. I think
He did do that.
I think in the passing years, I really do think I became better. I think I calmed down with the dickness at times. I think it's not as prominent. But I also can see if I became rich and I just became the most assholish person ever. I still feel like that stemmed from the fact that I was already kind of an asshole before I had money. Now if I get money and just become a fucking humanitarian, it's something changed in between that.
He's warning us now, Cameron, for when he makes it, and he treats us like an ass.
I'm just gonna have to make it before you, so you can't disrespect me.
I never. I don't know. It might just be even. Let me. Social media has made me just a little more cognizant of what I'm saying. Period. Like even when I'm watching like older movies, media, and they make certain jokes, I'm like, ooh, that shit
That's a
would not
rough one.
fly today. Even
That
that
shit aged poorly.
even that Raw thing we watched earlier, I was watching that like, ooh, that shit would not
Censorship
fly
isn't what
today.
it was.
Yeah, and I don't know. It just I think I've seen a lot of people make mistakes that a lot of social media people make mistakes that are just so easily avoidable. Calling people the F slur, calling people the N word.
Just don't say it. Like what?
That it's just like I don't know. I just feel like I've seen so many instances where people they grow up, they go up, they glow up, they get money and shit, and just become a total asshole. That I would just again, I guess it would change if I ever get the money or not. But I see that I'm just like I would never want to be that. I just wouldn't want to be that.
Mm.
You know?
God forbid if these niggas give me money though. God.
I already know how
think
you're
if
dressing.
I honestly think if I got money, I'd be the annoying nigga with money because I wouldn't spend it.
I don't think I'd be a terrible person, but I'm gonna do some.
I'd invest a good portion of it.
Okay,
That's the
Jaden
first
Smith.
thing.
Okay,
When I get money,
okay.
I'll invest.
I honestly don't think even if I could have $100,000 in my bank account tomorrow, I don't think I would move. I don't think I would get a better car. I think I would.
No,
I
Not off
think.
100,000. That's a house.
I
Really.
mean, 100,000 is not rich, but it's just like extra 100,000
that's a
falling
good
into your
portion.
lap. You
That would
Yeah,
change your life.
you're
that
not gonna complain.
that would change. All right, let's be even more dramatic. A couple million be in my bank account. I think I would still live here until I found somewhere I really wanted to live, or I found person I wanted to live with.
Are you moving out of state?
I don't know, but the point is,
Come to the West Coast with me, Tony.
ew.
Ew.
I'm going to
It
Texas.
don't snow there. It's Texas.
Texas.
Paper mache houses.
It's snowing like
Small price
Washington.
to pay.
Come to Seattle.
I'm either doing that or Idaho.
What's in Idaho?
Nothing exactly.
Potatoes.
I'm gonna go to Idaho and I'm gonna rebuild
You're
there.
gonna marry a farmer's daughter, man.
And we're gonna have a nice potato wedding. We're
I,
gonna build
I,
Potato wedding.
potatoes.
I think I don't want to. You see people get money and they just spend it. Not really as much now, and you don't hear about it as much now as you used to. But people they blow up, they get so much money, especially YouTubers, because they had their little nice 2-3 years.
I feel like it's a lot of athletes too. I know, like Adrian Peterson's like pretty broke in terms of NFL players. That's why he keeps trying to get a job. Apparently,
Tragic.
got that all day.
And just like I don't know, spending money before you're like, I don't know. I feel like unless you can't buy that shit like 2-3 times, you probably shouldn't be buying it.
Real shit. That's a good perspective on that too. I actually agree with that heavy. Cause why would you put yourself in a position where you can't buy something again? What the fuck?
I don't know. It's just and I know you hear stories. I mean, even like fucking Blasphemous HD. That nigga, he had a good 2 to 3 year run. Everything. That nigga would upload a video, 2 videos, 3 videos a day of him just reacting to other YouTubers. And then the money slowed up because it's just not a thing anymore on YouTube as much as it used to. Or people just don't want to watch them anymore. Whatever reason, it's just like I don't know. I'm in the space I think I want to be in my life. I just know that things can change on a drop of a dime, so you need to be prepared.
Now I'm not an outlandish spender, but if I do get money, there's only one thing I want to do. I want to be like Drake. I want to have my own airline. That's the only thing. It's the only thing. I want my own personal
Cam
private
Air.
Cam Air Lemon. Air Lemon. That's the only thing I would like outlandishly spend money on. But other
Where
than
would you
that,
fly to?
I don't even fucking know. It's more of like I have it thing
Like
then.
a yacht?
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe I'll have a hanger out in Maryland, and then I'll have a hanger out in California, and I'll just go back and forth between the two, and that's it.
You gonna get jet lagged or something.
I'm sorry. Apparently, the Milky Way galaxy has 4 malicious aliens, civilizations that could attack Earth,
But are they bad?
according to
He
the New
said
York Post.
malicious.
According to the New York Post.
That
The New
niggas,
York Post be bullshitting.
that niggas try to bait you on their website so they can let you not read the story and subscribe to their newsletter.
Yo, I'm gonna see who wrote this.
Ariel Zilber.
Oh, that guy's a fraud. Don't listen to
Yeah,
him.
I'm gonna get him.
Ariel Zilber. I don't know why I seen an extra L.
Bro's a fraud.
All right. Since we're here, so have you ever? Oh, let me repeat that. On a week of everything going on with like gun control and the school shooting, have you ever made a mental note of where you hide if something like that ever happened in school, in your school?
Yeah.
No.
And how old were you when it first happened?
It started in like 7th grade because some like weird shit happened. My middle school was next to a TV station,
Mm-hmm.
and someone like drove their truck into the TV station and like had a machete. So they all had us hiding in the school and shit. So ever since then, I've just been like aware of like what I do in another situation like that.
Um, I wasn't an active shooter, but it was my Gilmer Elementary, the elementary school I went to. I think it was like somebody's uncle, or it was somebody who wasn't supposed to be in that building, who was in the building, and the school went on lockdown. And I remember we was on lockdown for so long that kids were just pissing themselves.
Oh my god.
Yeah, piss in shoes and shit. And I remember that. Actually, it don't matter. But I remember that. And ever since that day, it wasn't really a thought that was there in middle school, but it was definitely there in high school. Cause those T-shirts was always on some shit, especially the ones in the engineering building. So I always thought if something like that were to happen, it would happen in the engineering side of the building. And then I thought about how much time it would take me to run to the light rail. Then I also thought about if the light rail would even come in time. So what would I have to do? It was always like, cause my first plan was like, oh, I'm just going to leave. Like the school, it's kind of like spread out, so I would just leave. I wouldn't stay the fuck in here.
That's my first option. I know I'm fast enough and I can run at least long enough to get a
You can
solid
outrun a
distance
gun?
away.
What?
Not a gun,
I
but
mean,
like
no, you
if
can't
you're in
outrun
the
it.
other side of the building, I probably have enough time to get out of the school.
Mm, that's fair. That was my same thought process. I mean, I didn't really start thinking about it until like poly, because poly actually made us do shooting drills, right?
Yeah.
But my thought process was because poly's so spread out that I would just try and run for it, honestly. Because e- I mean, even then, I feel like personally, their drills, it was like kind of weird because they have us
Stay in the classroom.
they would have us stay in the classroom at the closest wall. But I feel like
I don't
at
know
the
if it was a
at the
drill or a real one, but a girl was crying one time when we were in lockdown.
Oh
there
shit,
that
I remember now.
It
because
happened in Western, right?
no,
Oh,
there's an actual lockdown. I don't know why, but
There,
there was
I
an
remember one lockdown vividly because someone was crying.
I first was forgetting it, but there was a lot down at Poly. I remember we was sitting close to the wall. We had the lights off, and that's when somebody opened the door and everybody started yelling. And then I was in Mr. Howard class, and then everybody started yelling, and then one of the administrators snatched up Rel,
Mm.
and then that was the end of it. I ain't hearing nothing else about it. But mm, I'm sorry to slow down. that in the podcast so we can just. I just want to know what y'all thoughts were doing that.
I mean, nowadays I just feel like you kind of have to.
It's standardized. Yeah.
Uh,
It's sad that it is, but it's
like,
standardized.
like even then, I feel like if the floor isn't too high, I was thinking about going out window.
I always look at the window and say, "Can I make that?"
I
Yeah,
think the second floor I'd be all right. The
Yeah.
third floor is a bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
we have a
Like
third
my
floor.
knees might come out my skin if I
Yeah,
stick the landing.
Um. Let's see. If you were to go to jail, how long do you think your girl would be faithful?
0
I'm
seconds.
okay if they're not. I'm okay if they're not.
You're okay? You're gonna get
I
out of
went
jail.
to jail.
Nah, you gotta be locked in. But I know the reality, the cold reality. It's 0 seconds.
Zero.
There's no. What is she gonna wait a year for you?
She could.
I mean, I'll be honest. If my girl went to jail for how long?
Like love after what is it? Lockdown?
Like, if you get anything over a year, you're done. And I feel like it'd
Yeah,
be the
that
same
I
for
think
me.
that for
Like,
sure.
for over a year, you're locked up for over a
To
year.
be committed to someone who's not physically there with you for
For
years.
over a year, and it's prison. Like, you can't even FaceTime. You can't even text like that. You have to
Man,
like
they got
go
phones
up
in
there every
prison.
now and then. You have to go up to prison just to talk to them. Like, that's kind of crazy.
They got phones in prison.
Plus,
Yeah, you don't see them playing like pickup.
yeah, they play pickup on their track phone. They live stream from their track phones, and they flip phones. That's low security though. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, possibly.
Like,
Antonio's assuming we're serial killers.
Shit.
that's it. If your woman was a serial killer, would you still be with her? That's the real question.
Why is she killing? Am I also a serial killer?
Serial
No,
killers
you're
don't
not. This
have good
isn't you.
motives.
You're not a serial killers. Really don't have good motives, but
They'd be insane that it stems from
you
like
know,
past trauma usually.
it's just something you never knew about until she got caught.
She was definitely cheating on me.
If she's a serial killer,
If you was a serial killer for however long and you never got caught, I never knew, you was definitely cheating on me. That's just my mindset. If you could kill people without me knowing, you're definitely having sex with people without me knowing.
ooh, that okay.
When you word it like that,
Yeah, I was about to say that was clean. That was clean. Yeah.
so inspirational. This guy deserves a TED Talk.
That's exactly why I don't expect a woman to be faithful to me if I'm actually locked up. Because it's
I
like
I mean that's why I was like,
honestly, it would eat
just go
away
ahead
my
with it.
head. Because it's like
Yeah.
I can't see you, so I'm just gonna think you're doing it anyway. God, maybe that's just extension of insecurity. Maybe I just had to lock in. Tell her to lock in with me. I mean, if I'm going to jail, it's probably because of tax evasion. Tax evasion, you get a good.
Cameron has been promoting tax evasion for a long
I
time.
have not been promoting tax evasion. I'm just
At
saying
the FBI.
it's not necessarily tax evasion. I just don't know how to do my taxes correctly. So I just think it'll lead to situations where the penalties start to add up and I go to prison.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's two different things.
It is.
You know, it's crazy. You can't plead ignorance about taxes, and it's crazy that you can't do that because I think a lot of people don't know how to do their taxes.
Yeah. They don't make it easy. It's too
And
much
and
reading.
that's what's so scary about it. It's like I'll give you the money. I just don't know how much I should be giving you, and I don't want to give you too much because I need money. Like, what
Facts.
the fuck are you doing? Make it easy, bro.
So yeah.
So
I'm cheating on my girl.
Oh
She's in
God.
prison.
I labeled this topic as the Metaverse of Madness. It was round of applause for me. I thought it was clever. But so on the Facebook Metaverse, there was an incident where a girl said she was raped by somebody else in the metaverse.
In the metaverse?
In the metaverse. And
You can have sex in the metaverse.
nobody has bottoms in the metaverse.
That's tough.
They don't have like legs. And I'm gonna make sure a researcher says her avatar got raped in 1 hour in the metaverse. She said within 1 hour of logging into Horizon World, the virtual reality social networking platform owned by Facebook and Instagram, parent company Meta, her avatar was raped in a report called Metaverse, another cesspool of toxic content from a non-profit advocacy group. Some of us, blah, blah, blah. Researchers said she was attending a virtual private party where attendees asked her to disable her privacy settings that prevents her. I'm sorry, I gotta. Researchers said she was attending a virtual private party where attendees asked her to disable her privacy setting that prevents users from moving within 4 feet from another. She led into a private room. She was led into a private room where she was raped by a user who kept telling her to turn around so he could do it from her from behind, or others outside the window could see.
There are witnesses to this. Is this
I
like a actual like court case?
don't think it can be.
This will not be. This will not become a court case. But
Yeah, but
oh God, I don't even know where to
How do you
start.
do it if they don't have bottoms then? Is he just like smushing against her?
I don't get me the line. But
Well, for starters, I don't even know where I want to eat this sandwich from, but for starters, I do think it's an interesting article simply because I do think it does paint a perspective of how it is on the internet in general.
Yeah.
Um, honestly, I think this is more of like a article of, oh, the mainstream is starting to, well, they're always starting to get an idea, but it just adds on to them getting an idea of how the internet can become. I'm not saying all parts of the internet are like this, but in a usually I think people that end up in the metaverse are people that are bored. Because I'm not a metaverse enthusiast. I don't play on VR, but like I really think about, I'm like, what is there to do on the metaverse? Like, let's be real for a second. Like, what is there to really do on the metaverse? And usually, I think a lot of times people are the most toxic when they're bored. It's a working theory that I'm working on, but
No, I feel like
it,
there's
it,
there's
like
probably
I
some evidence based in that.
yeah, but I think a lot of people do that shit just simply because they literally do nothing else. Um, from a big perspective of the victim, if we're calling it that,
this
I
victim,
don't know why she didn't turn her game off. I think this is one of the biggest things you can do to beat anybody that's toxic. It's not about
Just put
it's not
down the
about
game.
It's not about, "Oh, wow," or "What are you doing?" or "You're a piece of shit." The best way you can beat these niggas is to just stop caring. Because I think when you stop caring and you leave, or even you don't acknowledge them, I think they realize how much of a loser that they're being. And they lose their sanity just from that alone, because you're not giving them action. And I think whoever that guy is, like, he's probably having a fucking field day laughing about how hilarious this article is, because don't get me wrong, like I think this is like kind of funny from the perspective that I think this could have been avoided by turning your game off. but it's like interesting because
The intent was
yeah,
there.
I'm about to say, but
Yeah.
it's interesting because the intent is just so unbelievably weirdly toxic. I don't know why people would even come up with that idea in the metaverse, honestly. Actually, no, because honestly, VR chat doesn't fall too far. Yeah. I think it's probably the same people, honestly, going over from VR chat. VR chat is also accessible. But
I
it's
think
even worse because VR chat has lower bottom. So you can only imagine how people get on there.
I think I think anything where the whole concept of the game is just communicating with other people is filled with some of the most toxic niggas on there because they're
Right.
just trying to
Them
ruin
niggas.
your day. But like, I feel like I feel almost bad for the person because like I don't want to say it's traumatizing, but it's just like damn, like I can't
Yeah.
even like, I can't even get on the internet without niggas just wanting to do the most wild thing they can think of. Like
And that's the crazy part about it. Like I think this is also because she was a woman.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So like when you go from that, it's like this is insanity. Like you can't even mind your business on a game without niggas feeling like they gotta do the most insane shit to be edgy and shit. But but all that shit is so serious. But when you also add in the fact that you can just turn the game off, it's just crazy. Like we was playing Gmod a while ago, and we was getting called all type of N words. It's the internet. And that's bad. But it's just like the internet is can become a cesspool, so you just gotta navigate your way through the swamp and shit.
Yeah. Honestly, I really do think it's a lot of this can be just cultivated by just ignoring. And like I said, I think this action happened simply because she was a woman. I think it's so interesting how women are just completely treated differently on here or when it comes to games. It's like night and day. Like I thought it used to be like the most hated people that on games was like, younger children. It's like, oh, they
No,
have
they be
to
hating.
shut the fuck up. But it's like, no, it's definitely women. And there's like this interesting thing that I've seen going around. Like I play Valorant personally, and I watch videos on it and stuff. And there's like a lot of YouTubers that do this, and it's kind of sad that a lot of YouTubers can do this. It's a bunch of female YouTubers, and they do like the female experience. They'll title the video "the female experience on Valorant," and it'll be like up to 10 to 20 minutes
Oh, I
of
typed
just
about female
of
experience, and the first thing I typed about female X, and then Valorant.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a thing where it's just 10 to 20 minutes of men just being weird. And it's so crazy that it can just happen over and over again. And sometimes you'll be in lobbies with these people too. And
My
it's
queen. I'm
crazy.
not simping. I'm just being a good teammate.
I'm gonna say there's just so many different things. Like sometimes people will just like be
I think
weird.
it's two extremes when it comes to women.
Yeah, it's
It's either misogynistic or just like completely. I've never
a
seen
complete
them.
white knight. Yeah,
Yes.
I was gonna say it's either or. It's never in between. Like people just I don't know why people on the internet just can't treat women like regular people.
Mm-mm-mm. I'm writing it down in my notes so I can make sure I can make this clip. I think this is something the streets
Club
need.
worthy.
Yeah.
Like
Not.
that shit is it's just insane.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to change down the line because I do think even though it's the way things are with the internet with it being very toxic, I do think there are a lot more women on the internet playing games and doing all that stuff
To tell
more than
niggas
it
they
was.
weird.
Yeah, to tell niggas they weird more than it was years ago. And if there are any women that are watching this, just do that. Just tell them niggas they weird. Cause even though in the moment they're gonna be like, all right, like I guarantee you, the motherfuckers are gonna sit after the game. They're like, damn,
I'm weird.
I'm weird. Cause I think as a woman, just as much as they disrespect you, your word holds more to them because they're just so infatuated with you to either hate on you or white knight for you. It doesn't matter what you say.
I will say right quick. Never mind. I'll say after the pod.
Shout out Luca.
Shit.
Luka really was a one-man team, and people don't want to acknowledge that, but it's okay. You know, we'll see Luka next year.
You want to talk about the finals?
I don't.
Fuck
I,
this.
I,
It's
I
like the
fuck
two of the worst fan bases in the NBA against each other. You got the racists and then the bandwagons.
Yeah, none of those. It doesn't sound fun to watch. It's not going to be entertaining to watch.
I'm looking forward to the draft.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the draft. Hopefully, the Raptors pick up somebody. Masai Ujiri, I got faith in you.
I
You
hope the
made
Nets
people.
don't re-sign Kyrie just so the Rockets get better draft picks. It's going to plan.
I'm sorry, bro. Keep it a buck with you. They're gonna resign.
In 5 years, the Rockets will be a contender.
Jesus Christ. I was gonna say the Raps in 5 years. So I guess we gotta make
No.
10.
5
You didn't
years,
say
we'll
no.
cash all our draft picks, and they'll probably be good draft picks too. Top 10 maybe. The Nets will suck in 4
You
years.
can't look at the draft prospects 5 years down the line though. For all we know,
I'm
in
just
basketball,
talking
we get
about
a
the
decline.
value of the draft pick will be high because
Mm.
it looks like the Nets are going to go into rebuild.
Oh
They're
shit.
not committing to Kyrie.
Yeah.
KD is only playing there to play with Kyrie.
What y'all got any more topics?
Say again?
Y'all got any more topics?
I had something I wanted to say, but it's quick.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just want to say rest in peace to Jeff Gladney. That shit was a tragedy. I don't know if y'all heard. He was the Vikings cornerback.
Oh yeah. Rest in peace.
What happened to him?
Yeah, car accident.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's one of the
That's all
biggest
I
reasons
got.
why I'm scared of cars. Although I really try to drive slow like a 50-year-old man. Even then I'm just still terrified.
I think after a minute of driving slow, and you're gonna realize you're driving slow, and you're gonna feel more comfortable driving faster. Cause that's how it was with me. I used to be driving slow, and my dad would be like, you can drive faster than that. And I'd be like, nope, I'm fine.
That's how my mom be. That's how my mom was, honestly.
Like you can drive faster.
Yeah, I'm good though.
Yeah, I'm fine exactly where I'm at right now. All right, Ryan, can you close us out?
Oh, I thought Cam was gonna. I opened us up.
Yeah, bro, you do
I mean,
both.
I can close
Ugh.
this booty hole if you want me to, but
Oh, all
you
right.
do both.
Like
Go
what?
ahead.
It's
No,
not a
you do
half
both.
job, nigga.
Yeah,
It's not
finish
his
the
job.
job. Finish the job.
All right. I don't even know what you be saying.
Just started off.
That's the end of the
You're-
podcast.
hey,
Episode 68. It's a wrap. I've been here with two fantabulous people. Tonio, last remarks.
Once
Hold up,
again, the most electrifying man in podcast entertainment. Once again, I am back again with the peanut butter complexion, honeycomb colored hair, equipped with the big black couch. And I've been here with some wonderful people like Ryan just said. Cameron, go. How you feeling?
This isn't Breaking Bad, but all of my brothers are selling methods.
grind hard, find God.
So once again, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Spotify. Viewership, YouTube, audioship, listenership, Spotify. That's the two main platforms we are at for the full podcast. Episode 68. We will be back next week, back and better. Expect so much nasty. It won't whatever we might talk about whatever big in the news we will talk about. But I am telling you that this next podcast is going to be the worst one yet.
But it's gonna be perfect because it's the worst.
I got a presentation I want to do.
It's going to be insane. But
on God.
Fun God.